we've got the first map pick. It's by the side of TNT. We are going to Towers of Doom. Let me just pop that on. Okay. This is a disaster. Okay. Let's see here. I've done this in a little bit. Hmm. Hmm. Ah, there it is. Final stands in, which means we've got 100% player. Okay, why is there so much noise coming in from the background? And Sovereign just died. Alpha Rack came in his place. Stuff is happening. All right, and we go. Game number 1.
Of doom.
Oh, I should put the updated tier list out instead of the old one. Oh well. Sovereign has been banished, and in his place, Alpha Rack is in. Ooh. I wonder if TNT knows to ban the Alpha Rack. And we see a Medivh band coming out from side of Big Push Power. Now, there goes Flash Raven's Zeratul, sealed right off. There are several options for bans for the side of TNT. Everything from Alpharak to Alarak to freaking TLV. Phoenix is not banned out. That one surprises me. What the? Alarak's banned. We may see a Deathwing main tank come out. Ah! No, not this again. It was funny to watch, but it's not gonna be funny to cast this. Like, I'm just gonna have to shift Z, max the size of the screen, because I'm gonna have to be looking in 10 places at once thanks to the TLV. PTO has broken out the in-house killers again, and we should have a good time. Killadin takes up that Phoenix. The ban on Brightwing gives him an opportunity to bring out one of his power picks. That is something that I think both teams are going to regret a little bit. Both not the banning of TLV and the not banning of Phoenix. Both of those are really strong picks for their respective teams. And Concept brings out the Deathwing. Final Stand takes the Rhaegar. Now it's back to Jaeger. Gonna need to ban something. Question is, what is worth it at this point? Do you expect Alpha Rack to play a healer and Flyest Raven a DPS? Hypercarry Deathwing. Hypercarry Greymane was what was done last time from the side of Big Push Power. And Jaeger's about to finalize the ban. What? And it's Mephisto. Okay. I suppose that makes sense with Flyest Raven and Alvarak. I think they both play good Mephistos. Ooh, there goes Miniken's Genji. It's definitely one of his stronger picks, and the Light Bomb could have been very nasty in conjunction with the Anduin with the Genji Bleh.
My blades are yours.
Jägermeister takes out the Sonya. And Zenroth takes Mal'Ganis. That's not a pick that I expected to see. However, into TLV with lots of damage ticks, Rhaegar with lots of damage ticks, Deathwing with lots of damage ticks. That level 4 from Mal'Ganis gets a lot of value. It also is one of the few damage mitigating talents that affects percent damage. Not by much, but when there are so many little ticks, you'll get plenty of value. And Alpharak brings out Thrall, and Flyest Raven brings out Falstad. Mal'Ganis, definitely going to have a lot of targets to eat alive. But beyond that, Thrall is a potential killer for him. Honestly, though, this is Falstad Hypercarry. Ooh, Minikin brings out the Tracer. Those Vikings are going to have to watch their backs. I don't know who's going to win. All right. Let's see here. Alright. For the side of TNT, we have Jägermeister on Sonya, Miniken on Tracer, Zenroth on Mal'Ganis, Gambit on Anduin, and Kil'jaeden on Phoenix. For the side of Big Push Power, we have Concept on Deathwing, Alpha Rack on Thrall, Final Stand on Rhaegar, TTO on TLV, and Flyest Raven on Falstad. And I have no idea how Johanna wasn't picked. That is actually a fairly good question. Ooh, Arsenal Synergy, 1-2 Punch, First Blow, Time to Feed, I've been handing blessings. None of the talents are particularly weird so far. Well, get those points in now. Jägermeister starts to clear. And Final Stand and Concept move on in. Miniken looks to do a bit of damage, Kil'jaeden. Starts trading into Alpha Rack. Concept is extremely aggressive here. Loses a plate. And Alpha Rack gets caught. Slept. Rooted. And Miniken nearly goes down on the counter trade, but... Ooh. Final Stand gets caught by the bomb, gets caught by the root, gets slept. Zenroth going in for the body blocks, but doesn't quite make it on Final Stand. TTO, catching what they can. And it's looking like TNT's gonna start an invade now. This is good for Zenroth. He kind of wants them to engage. Jägermeister's coming in for this invade now. Looking like TNT's going to get this camp uncontested. And Jaeger doesn't quite catch the Viking. And the side Push Power does not want to go for the invade here. Deathwing main tank is very much just an anchor when it comes to the lane. Isn't very good at the anti-engage. Well, it isn't very good at the engage, just good at the anti-engage. Bleh. Pulse generated, Fueled by Torment. Fueled by Torment. This is one of those talents you want to look at. It makes Mal'Ganis way more durable into their lineup. Well, I don't know how he took that much damage, but, you know. And TTO spotted Jägermeister. Alpha Rack and Flyest Raven are rotating. Jaeger's going to have to get off this camp in a few seconds. Doesn't see Flyest Raven, but might actually get a counter kill here before Alpha Rack does. Jaeger goes down as second blood. Wait, how many people have died at this point? Yeah, he's second blood. Kil'jaeden's taking down another tower. And the topside camp goes over to the side of Big Push Power. They're going to need to get that split soak if they want to get equal value later in this game. Doesn't hurt to start early. If Big Push Power looks to do a big push, the 6-cap win. Gambit doesn't get stalled out here. Level 7 isn't available yet. Meanwhile, Olaf's been sent off to die. Balog died on the side to Miniken, actually. And Flyest Raven and Miniken training in. Miniken loses about 50% HP. And Flyest Raven escapes using his Z. Whoa. Meanwhile, Alpha Rack, Final Stand, and Concept got a wave clear. They're going to be able to put down a puddle here, make it really hard for TNT to rotate effectively. It's a bit of an aggressive puddle. Doesn't really zone out everyone's mounts, but Concept can do that with his body. It's a lot of damage. Now, there's a few talents I want to see out of Zenroth here. The percent damage here really helps him out into the Deathwing. But he's holding it. There are other options. I like Black Claws as well into this lineup. Either one is good here. I'm very disappointed in you. Spreading Plague does a lot of damage, but it won't apply to Deathwing at all, because you have to sleep the target in order to proc it. And Jägermeister has to deal with another 2-man gank squad. He might actually go down here. Yes, indeed. There he goes. Illidan doing a lot of damage. Concept didn't quite catch a stun. Lost 2 plates now. The bomb gets hit by the shield. And 3 more little dudes go in. This is a lot of soak. The big push power is just eating. Zenroth's forced to catch this. A few of the globes decay before he gets there. Illidan starts the camp. You can see the animation swapping that he's doing to just blast bombs rapidly. It is really cool to watch. But now it's important to recognize Skyfall is active. It is going to give Concept a load of opportunities to stall out here. Sleep catches both targets. They're both going to be hit by Spreading Plague or whatever it's called. But damage isn't that much unless you refresh it. Deathwing is in the air. Zenroth's about to get stalled out. It's going to take either Gambit or Killian helping out. Jaeger's forced to stall out here. 10s are going to go over well to the side. A big push power in advance. But while they're defending this, there's not much they can do to actually contest. But Vikings managed to pick up another few. So this is going to be a good opportunity. TNT has to play slow here. We're seeing pretty standard ults. Sunder, Wind Tunnel, Play Again, Ancestral. Yeah. Now, when it comes to Chip, oh, wow. False Head goes down. I don't even want to know how that happened. And ults come in for the side of TNT. Both teams have reasonably close amount for trade. They both got the gate down. They've both done substantial damage to the forts, but it's looking like this fort is going to fall first. Actually, oh. Tracer Light Bomb goes in. Final Stand is forced to use his Ancestral on himself, but Miniken drops to Thrall damage. Eesh. Wait a minute. It works like... Wait. I've misunderstood the nature of this talent. Yep. I'm wrong. Oh well. I could have sworn at some point it just did damage to the people who were slept. Oh well. I mean, who knows Mal'Ganis' talents anyways? Let's see here. Gambit starts to stall. Concept isn't in the air. Can't really stall outside of a few things. This camp is going to get cleared out fairly easily. Gambit takes the point. No! Gust comes out, and there's even more stall. PTO goes in for another stall. Dies with the Viking. Alpha Rack and Fly's Raven are caught by a massive Bat Bomb combo. And 2 members of the side of Big Push Power go down. This is not good news for Big Push Power. The loss of both of their DPS gives the TNT free reign to push this down. TTO may be able to get some value here, but... Jägermeister catches this before it does any chip damage. That's actually interesting. I thought it was a talent that got applied by dealing by sleeping someone rather than by just a passive Burning Rage effect. I misunderstood where the damage was dealt. That's all. Still not the right talent choice for this situation, I think. Flyest Raven is looking for a gust here. Either that or Flyest Raven has Gone AFK. Nope, he's definitely there. And this camp is likely going to be cleared out in good time. Flightstriven is again looking for a gust. He's probably going to try to get Zenroth or Miniken into the death zone. 1E from the right angle can allow him to make a big play. But the longer the camp sticks around, the worse it's going to be. Jägermeister takes another camp top side, and another camp is taking bot side. TNT might be able to put Big Push Power's core under half here. And Miniken Cat is Olaf. But the camp was cleared out. It looks like before it collapsed in. Maybe one of them got in. Concept is in the air here, so Miniken is not going to be able to get this on alone. Jägermeister goes in for the help. TTO spawns on in. Does the percent damage come yet? I think it does. Nordic Attack Squad is active and Jaeger goes down. Yeesh. One of the pumpkins, no, all of the pumpkins look like they went in. Down Jaeger now. This is going to be a little bit tricky. Deathwing's back in the air, or still in the air, I couldn't tell. And Miniken catches poor little Eric. But Concept comes back down. We're going to see the stun from Olaf. Catches Tracer, but doesn't kill. Fear only lands on Miniken. Gambit gets hit by the Olaf stun. Wait. Ha! That is not Carrion Swarm. Interesting. Killidan is doing loads of damage here. See that bomb just... The what? Okay, we got a pause time. Yeah. OP? OPE. Arsenal Synergy, like just doing a load of damage there a few seconds ago. Rapid Recharge too, that's cool. Effectively, this talent works as a heal percent increase, which means if you have multiple healers with a Phoenix, you can get way more value out of it. And unlike Cassia, who's another champion that it works like that, things like Uther can still be applied with a Phoenix. Miniken jumps on in, but looking like this is just going to end up being a stalemate until Jaeger comes on in. Concept's down a lot. Baylog is getting good chip value here. Mid lane isn't getting cleared out, and whoa, Flythraven nearly drops. Light Bomb catches 3. Final Stand takes a lot of damage. Makes it out, squeaks away. Concept, I believe, is in the air, so Jaeger is going to get stalled out again. And meanwhile, Baylog's got massive damage topside. 4-man stall! 4-man channel, oh my word. TNT is having none of this crap. None of this malarkey. Zenroth goes on in with the sleep. Actually, what's this level 16? Plague Bats, cool. Plague Blood Rush. He has a lot of options. Actually, running Plague and Blood Rush probably have some natural synergy when it comes to increasing his stickiness. I don't know. Miniken gets caught by the root, but manages to blink. No, Olaf stun catches. And Flythraven and Miniken both go down. Killidan continues some bomb stuff. Eric drops to Jägermeister. I don't know what he was doing there, but let's take a peek at Soak, actually. Whoop, here we go. Vikings are just smoking poor Jaeger here. But it's important to recognize that TNT has picked up the budget surplus, and oh, Gambit goes down to the Norse Force. And it doesn't look like any of these are... Oh, Final Tank gets caught by the leap. And 2 of the pumpkins, I think, managed to get in. Concept is also going to drop now. No, just barely. The armor saves his life there. Oh boy. It's looking like Push Power is going to have a hard time. Maybe Ken blinks into it. The sleep is active. Gust is forced out for the disengage. Rhaegar doesn't come back for a while. TTO is backcapping this, but poor Olaf, he's not going to be able to do it. He just doesn't have enough damage. Meanwhile, Killidan might have been caught out here, but they can warp away. Fly's Raven can't quite finish the job. And that's down to 8 points for the side of Big Push Power. Killidan manages to catch a bomb. Zenroth's likely going to catch Fly's Raven here. He manages to E away, but Jägermeister's going to find the kill on Fly. Wait, no, Gambit steals it. Concept has to ult on out. This is going to put Big Push Power down to 3 points, down 2 heroes. TNT simply needs to take boss, and they win this. PTO nearly loses Olaf. But question of whether or not TNT opts for it. Yeah, they're going for the boss. It's going to be an extremely rough fight if you're on the side of Big Push Power. You're down numbers in a lot of ways. All of the ults are still up for the side of you-know-who. Final Stand jumps in on the point with the attempted Sunder Steal, but no, it's not enough. Ooh, and there goes game number 1. Oh no. Alright. Let's see here. Nobody except for Sovereign voted on Big Push Power, so I'm not going to erase your points, dude. Ugh. And let's get that star on the board. That is the first win to the side of TNT. Okay. What's next? When's that game show up? Okay. Let's see here. Where are we going to game number 2? Oh, I know what was missing from that last game. Sorry about the lack of music. It does enhance the viewing experience for a match, I think. Alright, where are we going to? Braxis? Okay, we're going to Braxis. I haven't had to cast this before. Nobody goes here. Whoops, shouldn't have revealed that. Heck yeah. This is going to be a novel experience. I'm actually pretty hyped. Okay. Where do we go to next? Alpharak is apologizing for not saying GG well play last game. Couldn't type it quick enough. And Yeager is saying, hey, you have a macro for saying GG well play. Don't even try. Oh my god. It's little bits of drama like this that I live for. Sovereign is like, of course, I always heal. I'm totally not going to be playing Kira on this map. That would be ridiculous. I have a suspicion that we're going to see Kira if it isn't banned. That would be really funny. But yeah. Yeah. What? Okay, there is. All right, we're starting finally. Dun, 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 dun. We might get a Phoenix ban here. Chromie was banned out. That surprises me. As anchors go on this map, she's a little bit bad because of the lack of wave clear. And Alarak is banned out. Oh, Maya is also banned out. Cool. Phoenix is not banned out. Okay, I'm very surprised about this. Now Sergeant Hammer is removed. Huh. Means the Flyest Raven can play Zeratul here if he wants. And... oh, okay, Sovereign first picked Brightwing.
It's a perfect day for some mayhem.
And Xenoth takes a Noob, and Miniken takes Junkrat. You know they're thinking, when do we lock the Zeratul if we get the chance to... what else can we play? Oh, hello, Ellie. Good to see ya. And DTO takes a Johanna, and Alpharak takes Tychus. Honestly, I think of all the tanks out there, Nubarak is one of the few tanks that doesn't get completely bodied by Tychus. Tychus is a three-way hybridized champion between percent damage, aka true damage, spell damage, and auto attack damage. A Nubarak with his shield can counter roughly 2/3 of the total damage output of Tychus. That being said, though, Tychus with the defensive level 7 can be a hard target for Nubarak to pin down and kill. The armor is immensely valuable at stopping a Nubarak because of how frequently it'll be procced in this situation. And Genji was banned out, weirdly enough, by the side of TNT. And Anduin was banned out by the side of Big Push Power, further narrowing the number of possible options their healer can bring. Not sure what we're gonna see. What I think is going on here?
Let the games alone grant us strength.
Malfurion and Medivh. What? If Jaylu runs a DPS Malfurion, I'm gonna have a great time. Ooh, there's Flyest Raven, Zeratul. And last but not least, we see Final Stand on Cassia. Huh. And Jägermeister plays Thrall in the offlane against Zeratul in the offlane. Wait a minute. Okay. Cool. Hmm. Yep, no Kira. Even after all of the chatting in Big Push Power's corner of the universe. Anyways, we see J-Lu on Malfurion, Minican on Junkrat, Zenroth on a noob, Killadin on Medivh, and we see Jägermeister on Thrall. For the side of Big Push Power, we have Flyest Raven on Zeratul, Alpha Rack on Tychus, Final Stand on Brightwing, Sovereign on Cassia. Wait, what? And TTO on Johanna. Wait a minute.
3, 2, 1. Facility online.
I know he can't see me. But he'll see it on the VOD. Oh, TTO gets caught by a rat trap. Miniken. And goes in for Miniken. It's weird. TTO took a lot of chip there. That HP ain't coming back. Ooh, Alpha Rack just doesn't do any damage thanks to Malfurion. No, thanks to Medivh. They're already seeing the exchange, and it is not looking good for Big Push Power. They may have Cassia stacks, but meanwhile on the top side, Jaeger is dominating this duel. Speaking of which, is it Damage Mouth? Emerald Dreams is regardless of build. That's a lot of potential damage. J-Lu already moving for a Hearth. Zenroth peeks the bush, doesn't take any damage. Killadin is at half HP, walks into the JoJo. Zenroth misses the charge, and yeah, okay. Flyest Raven holds the point first off. He has the edge in wave clear over Jaeger, but Jaeger can outtrade him pretty hard. Meanwhile, it looks like Sov is caught in the tunnel. This is a big Z from Final Stand. And Sov keeps on running, keeps on moving. TTO standing on the point, stalemating this. Topside is being won over by Jaeger right now. Flyest Raven's taking too much damage there to really effectively be able to hold the point. However, there's only one ability to decloak Flyest Raven, and that's the Wolf Pack. And Flyest Raven stands on the point. He just has to dodge the wolves, and he doesn't get dismounted off the point. Meanwhile, PTO might actually not be able to make it out of here alive. Sov is standing on the point, so Zenroth. It cannot do enough damage to really effectively do this. Final Stand is caught by the trap and is womboed into oblivion. That is first blood. Sov might be next. Wait, no. J-Lu goes down. Zenroth barely squeaks away. Jaeger is clinching that point. We see the bigger they are active. Sonic Strength. Inner Light. Sov cannot take this point from TNT's efforts. And 84% of the Zerg just immediately passes over to the side of TNT. Big Push Power might get about anywhere from 20 to 50% here. J-Lu's level 4, we need to see this. It's Rejuvenation, so I think that's so far standard build. Unless I'm forgetting what Zadie told me. Although he's going in for that poke on Alpha Rack. Flyest Raven is now alone on the bot side. He's catching those globes fast. Just needs another 4 to complete the quest. And oh, Final Stand makes it out. Killadin takes a lot of damage. He is 10 stacks away here. And it's looking like Big Push Power is going to get this first objective here. However, it looks like TNT isn't going to have to rotate, given where it's placed. Sov and Alpha Rack are both rotating against this 70% Zerg wave, though. It's leaving TTO to catch Soak. And we'll see who takes the bigger trade here. If I had to guess, I'd say... Oh, Jaeger goes down. First blood for Big Push Power. But, wait. Oh, nice work, TTO. That was actually completely... Wait. Wow, that was completely worth it. But, all in all... actually looks like Big Push Power is going to trade pretty evenly. They have the late game scalers here. Securing Brightwing means that they have a lot of options. Alpha Rex Auburn in Final Stand starts the Bruiser Camp. Zenroth, Jaeger, Jailu, and Miniken start the Siege Camp. Honestly, it should be called something different, like a Marauder Camp. Like, it functions differently. It's not a Siege Camp, not a real one. And Firebats have been eliminated, and the Goliaths and the Raven continue to push. Alongside Flyest Raven. Isn't it weird? The biggest counter for Flyest Raven in this game is another Raven. Oh, Final Stand's caught by the charge, caught by the Rat Trap. Final Stand is gonna sneak away with 40 HP. Wow. We see a little bit of fun portal hopping for the family on the side of TNT. And Killidan has completed his quest. That's a 7-minute, well, 6.5 Medivh quest. Quite nice. Oh, Zenroth busts out the charge. Miniken makes it out with less than 200 HP. Same deal with Jailu. They're both fountaining up, and they're going to get ready to get into the action again. Sov takes a few points. Another portal action comes on in. Sov gets caught by the charge, but there isn't quite enough damage. 10s are coming out shortly, and it's looking like Big Push Power is going to get theirs earlier by the slimmest of margins. TTO takes a boatload of damage. Portal hopping begins. That's a lot of Ravens. And now TNT gets a few points. 10s are out in the favor of Big Push Power, though, so they're going to come back in. Odin, Ball Lightning. Probably going to see Blessed Shield by the side of TTO, but he's holding it. And there it is, Blessed Shield. It lands on to Miniken. Miniken gets on out. The Ball Lightning is bouncing. Oh, wow. Final 10 gets portaled on and dies off screen. Now TNT takes another point. Sov barely gets out, and TTO gets blown up. And the portal hopping begins. Miniken escapes. Meanwhile, Jaeger stands his ground. He's going to look to probably fight to die for this point. No, he's going to back on out. Lands Sunder to force Final Stand off and dies. Meanwhile, at the same time, Cassia drops, thanks to Killidan. This is a much more favorable Zerg wave. Miniken's going to have to respond to this. The Zeratul is a very scary customer for him to service, though. And Odin is forced on out. It's going to be used to clear out those Guardians, but this fort is going down. Both forts are going down, actually. TTO steps on in. Guardians are still alive, at least 2 of them are now. Actually, no, Big Push Power clears this way before it ever does critical damage. Flyest Raven is on a big flank. Miniken Just has an Ultralist to deal with, and he can rejoin the team. Oh, wait, whoa! Miniken gets doved on and murdered before I see a thing! Jägermeister is powerless to stop it. This is one scary Zeratul. It's going to give Big Push Power the opportunity to create ever stronger advantages. And that's Zeratul late game scaling. Late game scaling. Bah. I'm murking my words. Okay. We've got pause territory. Not sure what for, but it might have something to do with the fact that Miniken only has 72 HP. Seriously, why? Why did he have 72 there? I don't understand. Whoops. Yeah. Also ready, but they can't see that. Alright, 13s are coming out for the side of Big Push Power. Hammers, Bending Strike, Spray and Pray, Pixie Boost, War Traveler. Earmaster's going to have to play slow to clear this, but he's still managing to personally outduel Fly's Raven. Ooh, that was extremely aggressive. And there goes Final Stand. Oh no. Killian continues to portal happening. The ball does some very strange malarkey there. Like, I don't even know what was going on with that ball. It wanted to pass between people. Like, it jumped the distance of the portal. It followed Miniken through the portal. That ball was tripping balls. Anyways, both teams opting to take out their Bruiser Camp. And both teams are on even talent tiers for now. Let's take a peek at those talents now. Everything from Enduring Will, Gotta Grab them all, Urticating, Age Swiftness, and Frostwolf's Grace. A lot of burst protection options coming out for the side of TNT. Whether it'll save them from the collapse, only time will tell. And again, steps onto the point, Zenroth mounts up. Flyest Raven is going to jump on Jaeger here. And that lane is going to be out of the priority for TNT for a long time. This is going to give Flyest Raven the opportunity to come back down and put a lot of damage out. TTO takes a little bit of damage, and there's Flyest Raven jumping on a minican and forcing a total retreat on the side of TNT. Jägermeister is no close to clearing this camp. And Flyest Raven is going to be able to intercept him. The lack of an effective rotation from the side of TNT is really damning them here. Flyest Raven can always jump back in, and Sov gets caught. Leyline catches two. And Sov goes down. Cocoon is still active. Final Stand is being jumped on. TTO is split from the rest of his team. Flyest Raven's coming on in. Jumps onto Killidan. Killidan makes it also. Flyest Raven teleports away from the Zenroth charge. And it's looking like J-Lu just drops instantly. Zenroth taking way too much damage. Flyest Raven manages to dance around the mines. Killidan gets into the portal, gets out with 300 HP. TTO goes down as well. This is 2 kills for nothing. Miniken is sitting on nothing. Oh, Zenroth gets another kill. The rat trap. And that is 4 kills to the side of TNT. Holy shit. What on earth? There was so much malarkey going on there. Oh god, I shouldn't have watched that Joe Biden speech. I've absorbed his grammar now. Whoops. Okay, that just happened. Anyways, a fort falls over to the side of TNT. They've got 16 advantage. J-Lu steps on in. And Sov backs on out. TNT might just get a good counterattack with this one. However, for all their advantages, they still have to worry about an 80% Zerg wave. If J-Lu wants to clear this camp, he's going to have to do it fast. Miniken is going to have to respond to the Zerg. It's likely that Jaeger, Killidan, J-Lu, and Zenroth will go topside, and Miniken will be left to his own devices. If Zenroth can catch a pick on, say, TTO, that could be huge. Zenroth shows, doesn't really do much with that. And Moonlit Harmony is taken by J-Lu. 16s are coming out for the side. A big push power. Odin is once again used to clear. And Flies Raven gets caught. Zenroth gets hit by everything. And yeah, it's looking like Jaeger's going to be the first to drop in this Zerg wave. Dying to the blind. And, both teams neglect the Zerg wave when it's at about 10%. And that costs it for both teams. And whoa! Not again! I look away for a second and two members of Big Push Power drop. I'm flabbergasted. I can't take my eyes off TNT. Like, that was a fight. There was a 4v5, and they came away with a positive trade. Incomprehensible. Killidan really is built different. Zenroth gets into the anchor. Jaeger starts the joint minigun on the clear. Both teams are getting their camps out. Or there's going to be more to clear for the side of TNT here. Forts are now evened out, but the map is now opened up, which gives Flystraven more room to maneuver. And it makes it Miniken's job much harder as he doesn't have anybody to watch his back, except for the reflexes of Killidan. TC goes into the flank, Miniken gets into the portal, and Zenroth just barely manages to escape. Flyest Raven's on the back line. Silence misses Flyest Raven. And Cocoon, Emerald Dream, and the Rat Bomber are dropped. Jägermeister burning through that camp as quickly as possible. We see Alpha Wolf out of him. He's got enough percent damage to turn this Johanna into Color Drain in a few seconds. Now 20s are in the favor of the side of TNT. They've got about half a level lead. They just need to play it slow, and potentially they can use that to win the next objective. Flyest Raven doesn't get caught by Zenroth's E. He sidesteps it at the last second. And Ellie makes fun of me for stop looking away. Look, I care more about macro, okay? Like, who gives a shit about team fights? We all play this so that we do a, like, gigantic game of chess. Like, I should just be a chess commentator. Probably have more fun. Ooh. That was a weird ley line. All the alts are up except for Leyline Seal now. Blast Raven's using that chance to close the gap on the soak. Still there, though. Jägermeister starts burning down that camp. Miniken's helping him out. Unfortunately, the split damage means Miniken can't contribute completely. Ooh, that is a nice rat trap. Miniken puts down another one. Flyest Raven is using this as an opportunity to chip. It's a good move on his part. Just needs to make sure that his team doesn't engage in any silly fights. Jägermeister moves to respond, but it's already too late. Flyest Raven is out. Zenroth uses portal hopping to get to the point. And it looks like TNT is going to get about 18%. No, 16. Darn. And 20s are out for the side of TNT. They've got half a level lead worth. They can use this probably to take it just a little bit. Alpharak stepping onto this point. Jaeger cannot respond here on his own. 20s are so darn close. Xenroth's going to have to look for a big engage. Might have to Eon in. But not much there. Oh, Miniken boop slides Raven off for a few seconds. It gives them a little bit more time to actually channel the OBJ. But it might not be the difference maker. Well, it probably won't be the difference maker. Xenroth looks for another Flies Raven pick. Doesn't quite connect. TTL's already stopping this. This hopping game has served Big Push Power well. They've evened out on Soak, thanks to no small part due to Flies Raven's moves. And Flies Raven jumping in on Jaeger. Cocoon catches multiple major elements, including the Brightwing's Z. So, yeah. Well played. And Jägermeister drops down to an explosive Sovereign play. There's too much damage going out. Xenroth is probably next. Oh no, Jailu goes down to Flyth Raven. Killidan barely makes it out with 100 HP. Flyth Raven tries to go in on Miniken now. Can't. Wait, does he actually? No, but he doesn't die either. Miniken put down to 100 HP. Polymorph comes out on Xenroth. Xenroth slowed out. And that is going to be GG for the side of Big Push Power. They played that last sequence in the race to 20 elegantly, and they clinched it from behind. Now Alpharak finally uses Odin to finish off the game. I swear, I'm 90% certain he never used that ult except after Zerg waves were completed. Like, I would have to rewatch the game to confirm, but I'm convinced that he never used it outside of the Zerg wave context. It's an interesting call, but it means that he's always saving the Zerg clear. I think it might actually be 100% the right play here, because if you look at the side of Big Push Power, they don't really have any clear besides Odin. It's a smart play. But yeah, game number 2 goes over to the side of TNT. Wait, Big Push Power. Bleh. Do it. Pause. Stop recording. Anyways, where were we? I know I had a thought. It's vanished into the ether. Oh yeah, I remember. Big Push Power takes the win. Yep. Sorry, Ellie. There goes your points. Alright, I'm going to wait for the teams to peek on in. I'm sure we'll get a lobby shortly. So far as I can tell, most of the players are still in the score screen. So, yeah. I'm going to get a drink. Okay. What is taking them so long? is weird. Really weird. I should find some way to do an instant replay system. Hmm. To do some more practice. All right, we're going to all track pass. This is a big push power pick. Wait, that sounded wrong. I actually don't know how well they do on this map, but yeah. Here we go. All track pass. Oops. Yeah. And both teams are on the right side this time. Heck yeah. I don't have to micromanage TNT. Wait, what? There is an extra player. Miniken is now playing for Big Bush Power. What on earth? Okay, Miniken has been kicked out. All right. Okay, please give me that game. Alright, here we go. It's time for the final game. Anyways, I am going to do what I normally do in this situation, and I'm just gonna do a cast from my bed. And Fly's Raven Zeratul immediately banned out. They're having none of that on the side of TNT. No way. Never gonna deal with another Zeratul again. And Nubarak is banned out. He's a good pick on this map. Makes sense to remove him. And Alarak is removed. The Phoenix is up. The Mediva's up. One or the other is going to have to be banned. You're a big push power and you want to go for the win? You saw the camp clear of the Phoenix. You saw how fast it was with the swap bombs. I'd remove Phoenix here. It just makes more sense. Junkrat instead is taken out. Might see a Phoenix person pick here. We might see... I honestly don't know. Like it... Jägermeister plays Hogger. Oh, right. That's a thing. Hogger is taken. And the side of TNT has decided on what their wave clear is going to be. Alpharak takes out the Tychus again. And this time, Flyest Raven brings the Genji. And the Phoenix is taken. And Gambit brings out the Brightwing. Honestly, I don't know about Brightwing and Phoenix. That's one that I find interesting because her Z does healing based off of percent, but Phoenix has some of the lowest percent-based HP out of all the champions in the game. All the heroes in the game. And both Stitches and Enduin are sealed off. Both of those could have been potent picks for their respective teams. Stitches Brightwing is a nasty combination, as is Genji Anduin. Whoops. Final Stand brings out Samuro, and Sav takes Rhaegar. Blah. I always grab the wrong orc name. Whatever, they're all the same. Zenroth takes Garrosh, and Jailu takes Hammer. Last is TTO's pick. Jojo is opened, but is there a better tank option? Wait, I'm pretty certain TTO has talked about their... There it is! Here's the May! TTO is a firm believer in May as a counterpick to Hammer, and we're going to get to see his build in action. All right, then. For the side of TNT, we have Jägermeister on Hogger, Zenroth on Garrosh, Gambit on Brightwing, Killidan on Phoenix, and Jaylu on Hammer. For the side of Big Push Power, we have Alpha Rack on Tychus, Flyeth Raven on Genji, TTO on Mei, Final Stand on Samuro, and Sov on Rhaegar. And we see Arsenal Synergy, the anti-hammer build, as well as E-build, old Rhaegar. Hypershift, Advanced Artillery, and Final Stand and Sov correctly read Jaylu's play. Jaylu doesn't slow, but Final Stand is going to immediately respond to him in a few seconds. He manages to dodge the hammer boop, and Jaylu gets minimal value. TTO gets caught by a pick, polymorph, but there's no damage follow-up. Killidan was zoned out by the blizzard. Jägermeister getting chased around by Alpha Rack. Flyest Raven's already cleared out the lane. Oh, Zenroth gets a double pick. He's looking for Alpha Rack on the throw. Instead, opts to throw Killidan. Oh, no. There goes. Why did I forget his name? It's Alpha Rack. Oh, no. Gambit tries to go in for the pull. Zenroth doesn't have his charge up in time. Jägermeister sets up the spin, and there goes the Beyblade. Alpha Rack and Sov burning through that camp as quickly as possible. Final Stand is trying to stop Jaylu. Jaylu gets dangerously low, but Final Stand is doing just fine. Polymorph catches the real one. And Jaylu drops. Jaeger and Killidan have build priority in the mid lane, but not really enough. Gambit's forced to defend. Their camp is going to crash into the towers and is going to be cleared out promptly. Killidan's forced to catch the topside soak. Big Push Power, thanks to that kill, has developed a small soak lead. Thank you. Okay, we got ratings. Anyways, what else is going on? Jaylu clears out the camp pretty quickly. They've only taken a little bit of chip here on the side of TNT. Gambit rotates on the way to Zenroth. TTO's putting down more anti Jaylu techniques, but he just gets caught and killed by the throw. Zenroth is really looking to do as much as they can to bully. Okay, Jaeger and Final Stand. This is not a trade that's in the favor of Final Stand. Hogger generally wins this one. Killidan's moving to camp. Jaylu's starting a split push topside, but Flyth Raven is already watching him. It's unlikely that he's going to be able to make this one work. Okay. Sov and Alparak and Killidan are taking the camps. It's looking like Killidan is going to be able to do this on his own without any assistance. Meanwhile, Sov and Alparak, while they may have gotten it faster, it's given Zenroth as well as Gambit more time to rotate, protect Jaylu, and, you know, generally just position and maneuver better. A lot of advantages to being able to have someone solo the camp, whether Hogger or Phoenix. And this matchup, Jaeger is slowly but surely pushing Final Stand out. Let's like some talents now. I've taken way too long to do that. Hover Siege, Dense Blasting, Weapons Suppressor. And yeah, that is the anti-hammer build that TTO was talking to me about. But I do appreciate a good slush ball. Gives you a lot of advantage on the pushes. I believe it's one of May's best talents, in spite of what's on that tier. Yeah. Boop. Dealer's got to play it slow. Zenroth isn't there, but his very metaphysical concept gives Alpharak and TTO some pause. Might have given Jaylu just enough time to maneuver to escape there. And Final Stand begins the classic cheese technique. It's going to be a problem. Even under even conditions, Big Push Power can cheese out the objective. Killidan starts out again. Gambit's there to support him, but Killidan's fine on his own. Saw Valforak start the camp slower. They're gonna get it done about the same time, though. It's honestly just brilliant to watch this. Like, it's mesmerizing. And Final Stand begins the process of cheesing once again. It's a very annoying customer. Overall, though, the chip is mostly in the favor of TNT. Sov puts down the totem and makes it impossible for the crew of Zenroth to actually engage. Ults are out for both teams. We see Taunt, the standard ults for everyone else. Hogger, we don't see a pick yet. We see standard ults as well from the side of Big Push Power. Oh, wait. Somebody just dropped on the side. Jaylu dropped. Wait, how? I get distracted for a second and... Nope. Odin's popped. The camp got passively retaken. Ice Walls catched Killidan. I don't enunciate. I cannot enunciate. Shush. And there goes Killidan. Final Stand gets his heal, and the channel begins. We're going to be able to get the camp on the side of TNT here, unless Alpharak and crew want to invade. Final Stand's catching that soak, and Slicer managed to get on this camp just in time. Both teams got their mid lane camps. Let's actually take a peek at the deaths. Because, yeah, it's basically Jaylu carrying about 40% of the deaths right now. Actually, 40% of the deaths right now. Final Stand's getting some good chip in here. But might go down before his... Oh, there it is. He's fine. Fly's Raven jumps on in. Killidan's taking a lot of damage here. Killidan barely escapes. A few more shurikens and he lost all his HP. But his first objective, despite going over to the side of Big Push Power, hasn't really resulted in any big pushes. Well, except for bot lane here. There's a lot of damage going in. Oh, Sov is caught, taunted, polymorphed, and Sov drops before he can do anything. Jaeger disengages. He's got a camp to go to. But the rest of TNT might be contemplating this boss. No, they're gonna have to deal with this. TTO is... Ah. Well then. Man, Phoenix's hitbox is so big. Holy moly, like, he got caught by that even though he didn't even look like he was in it. Fly's Raven takes a bunch of damage. It's looking like Big Push Power has managed to get out unscathed despite not having their healer active. Final Stand starts with cheese, takes a tower, Jaeger responds, but Fly's Raven's there to harass and harry him as well. Elu takes another turret. All is good in the natural order of things. Whoops. I'm curious. What are we looking at here? Is this possible invade? I doubt it, but Final Stand is just going to get that fort for free. Fly's Raven's in his way, stop Jaeger from rotating, and yeah, it's a fort for nothing. Xenroth lands 2 of his Qs. Jailu's forced to disengage. And the clear is probably going to go out in the favor of Big Push Power here. Level lead slowly moving in favor of the side of Big Push Power. Ice Wall's used doesn't really connect except for Xenroth, who lost most of his HP there. We see BTA against Garrosh, though. So the odds of him actually dropping the Tychus is fairly low. As the most important parts of his HP stick around. Then Roth gets the heal back to full. And Jailu continues the proud hammer tradition of offlane pushing. However, this time... Oh! Wow! Xenroth catches TTO mid-slide and he just disintegrates. This is not looking good for Big Push Power. Although, Flyest Raven and Final Stand, they could care less. Killian's dropped fairly low, but the kill isn't quite found. Xenroth and Alpha Rock are now trading in. Important to note, Titan Grenade is now the finisher on Xenroth. Indominus popped. Final Stand gets onto Jailu. Flyest Raven's doing the same. And TTO has returned, so it looks like... Wait. Is that what I think it is? He's older. Okay, it is. Well then. All in all, it looks like Big Push Power has managed to build a healthy lead. It's going to leave TNT in a difficult situation. Clear is going to go over to the side of Big Push Power. Gambit is side soaking. He can Z in at any second. Jaeger's vulnerable right now, but doesn't take any damage for the duration of the debuff. And Jailu is getting blinded every now and then. That annoying build also includes fresh powder. If TTO ever accompanies the push, it will be a lot stronger because of it. Xenroth more durable, but thanks to his 16, but Tiger says percent damage. That bonus doesn't mean anything to him. Was that a Discord notification? It was, wasn't it? That would have been Verd. And the objective is now going over to the side of Big Push Power. TTO's caught. Xenroth doesn't step into the blizzard. Flyest Raven jumps in on Jailu. Gambit catches the point. He can just go out the back door thanks to that dead fort. Okay. Meanwhile, Final Stand is looking to do some more chipping. Big Push Power has done a really good job at this. Jaeger moves to the camp, but priority is in the hands of Big Push Power now. He might actually get invaded here. Steps on into the mid lane, clears it out. It's gonna cut the map in half for TNT. This is gonna get a rough game. And TTO takes the point. Flats Raven jumps on in. TNT really doesn't want to lose this one. But Killidan's taking a lot of damage. Jaeger steps on in. TTO gets thrown, taunted, polyed, and killed before the ult lands. Flats Raven's the only one hit by that ult from Killidan. Sovereign is low. Jaeger is potentially going to manage to kill here, but yes, it happens. Oh. Final stand. Looking to do things. The minion saves the day. Zenroth is now here to make sure none of that malarkey happens. But Jaeger's getting stalled out by Alpha Rack. And am I seeing this right? Gambit is chasing Flyeth Raven down. It's not going to happen, buddy. Wait, Flyeth Raven goes back in. Oh. Those 2 kills are absolutely what TNT needed in order to close this one out. Once again, Final Stand is threatening to end, and it's too late now. J-Lu is going to be able to make it out. And Final Stand's actually in danger now. Gambit's catching him outside Soak, so's Jaeger. It's looking like the race to 20 is actually going to go into favor of TNT here. It's going to take a lucky pick and a solid defense for Big Push Power to come back in here. J-Lu thrown out. Zenroth making it out with absolutely no HP. The wall hits onto J-Lu, and 20s are out for both teams. We see Multi-Ancestral, Big Red Button, Windstrider to complete the E-build, and Living Weapon. We also see no control. Mid lane has been completely cleared out. Top side is going to go down as well. We see Multi-Throw. This is really going to come down to, whether or not this bot side push wins. Zenroth tanks a whole bunch of damage. Flyest Raven also tanks a lot of damage. And he's going to have to use X-Strike if he wants to get out of here alive. Jaeger might be able to catch him. Final Stand is continuing to split push. And that entire objective, all of those kills, have only netted TNT a single fort. Big Push Power has really outdone themselves with this comp. In teamfights, TNT has reigned supreme, but they're never really getting the chance to bring teamfights to bear. And look at this coordination on Final Stand. He's holding down the majority of TNT here. And this boss is going to be ripped before Zenroth's team arrives. The stall continues. Killidan is not there. Zenroth sees it and can do nothing about it because of the stalled rotation. Wait a minute. And a second boss falls over to the side of Big Push Power. This one's going to hit a lot harder, thanks to Final Stand's meddling. But neither of them are going to be particularly comprehensive enders here. And it's going to come down to a fast clear here for the side of TNT. That's 45, 40, 35. Boss is only at about 50% now. 30 seconds to go. Final Stand continues the chip fest. Jaeger moves to respond. Xehanort cannot engage here. They're accepting about 20% is their engage range. But Final Stand is going to beat Jaeger to this rotation. Jailu steps on in. Xehanort steps on in. That was a bald-faced bluff. Thanks to Final Stand's priority, I don't think TNT could have easily won that one. It was a 5v4 fight for a few seconds. But that early retreat from the boss has resulted in nearly the entire keep being lost. But that rhymes. Both camps are taken, and Final Stand continues to burn this map alive. And that keep goes down. Flash Raven's chip pushing this lane as well. And Xehanort does not get access to that objective. Final Stand continues the art of stalling from the back foot. And Big Push Power is doing everything in their power to avoid taking a team fight straight up. This is cosmically annoying, but it looks like TCO just lost Ancestral. Meanwhile, Jaeger is moving to catch Final Stand. Flying Raven's looking to back cap again. Another 15 seconds have to happen before the back cap is of no threat. Once it passes the marker, they can afford to give it up. That's a two-man taunt, potentially into a two-man throw. Alpha Rack has been thrown onto Jailu. Jailu barely makes it out. No! Jailu goes down. Finished off by the Genji 13. Wait, 16. Final cut. And just like that, I think this is GG. Without the hammer, Xehanort really only has Killidan as a threat tool. And Killidan just can't do enough damage on his own. This... I think it's important to recognize that despite having so much of what we should call reckless split push malarkey, oh god, there it is again. Neither Final Stand nor Flyth Raven have died. Wait a minute. That was about to change there. Whoops. Xehanort gets a good pick, but it just isn't enough to burst him down. That's a three-man ice wall, followed by a decent combo that catches two. And this can threaten the end. There's a lot to clear. All the forts are going to go down here. Odin is dropped. Korra's at 10,000 HP. And that's game. 4 kills to 6. That is my favorite kind of game. Big push power takes the win. Anyways. Where do we go here? Oh, yeah. Let's go into lobby 2. No, lobby 3, because there's several people in there. And let me turn that on. Streamer mode, streamer mode. Where's streamer mode? Whatever. It doesn't matter. Hey, hey! Oh.
What's poppin', Jimbo? I am so excited for this. Come on, guys. How much is that match?
So, I'm guessing it's just gonna be Alpha Rack and Sob?
That's
Did
right.
it?
Where
Heck
is it
yeah.
now?
So, let's see here. Let's go to game number 1, that Towers of Doom round. Unless you want to just chatterbox about how you're feeling. Although I don't think we
it's
need
definitely
to.
to lose one day. We can't always win with Lost Vikings Deathwing as much as we'd like to.
Yeah. Honestly, though, TGO plays a mean TLV, and that Deathwing is annoying. I think there was one point where TNT was having 3 people channel four people channel
Four, yeah.
channel simultaneously.
That was beautiful, yes.
Beautiful waste of 30 seconds for them. Well, collective, it's probably more something along the lines of a minute and a half, but whatever. So,
Yeah, I think
honestly,
game 1, a lot of things went well. But I think we were missing a dedicated engage and a way to blow up the Mal'Ganis.
yeah, that is
But
one of the
we
big
got a
limitations.
advantage.
That is one of the big limitations for Deathwing main tank, that you lose the ability to do engages on demand. Although, I suppose with Thrall, you have some capacity for that. He sort of acts as your vanguard in that situation with his root. But that's...
The one
Yeah,
thing,
Alpha last.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely played pretty bad that game though. So I don't think I was enough. I was missing too many things and going too hard or playing too soft, I feel.
But you and Flyeth Draven, I think, put a lot of pressure onto Jaeger. The soak difference was just massive that game between him and TTO. And you managed to steal a few camps with TNT just not being able to handle it at all.
Strategy we wanted, but I think
So-
we just needed maybe a bit different format.
So, if you're to modify that comp and fix it with a single change to the draft, how do you think you do it?
Something main tank. Well, it depends if we have the same roster. Because if it's the same
Yeah.
roster, I think we picked the best we could. But if we got a main tank there too.
Actually, let me look at it. I'm just going to look at a certain someone's roster. So, I'm looking at Alpha Rack's roster.
There should only be one hero showing.
True, but I had 2 ideas given what he can play. I think Mephisto was banned. I honestly don't remember at this
Mephisto was
point.
banned.
Yes, it was bad.
But I think your next choice then was Gul'dan. I liked the idea of the Falstad going in, harassing Sonya, really giving them a tough time when the Vikings matchup is already hard. But
I do think though you're miscalculating because the Deathwing was not a main tank.
yeah, it's not a main tank, but here's how you... Here's my thought.
Ranged mage.
If you're dealing with Deathwing in that scenario, he kind of has to fill the role. and you use him to just disengage. You don't necessarily need to win bot lane if you're winning everywhere else. You just need to not lose, and I think it's primarily down to the wave clear in that scenario. Yeah, I think it really just comes down to the wave clear and the fact that they could take that and hold that point throughout the game. Because once they took it, I don't think you guys ever got it back.
I think we got it back once, but they took it back pretty soon.
Yeah. It's hard for you to do there. So,
Yeah, that's true.
you have one more question for this map? What do you think about Mal'Ganis as a tank?
What are your thoughts, Alfred?
Listen, I love Mal'Ganis. That's one of my most played tanks. I think
Hell
he's
yeah.
got some fundamental weaknesses, but I especially think versus a heavy melee comp, I think he's quite good as far as disruption can go.
Yeah.
I think there's a bunch of characters that like make his life miserable if that you pick him against him. But I think if you don't have a character, or I think generally 2 and he's just completely out of the game, you don't want him at all. 1, you make his life miserable, and if you don't have any, I think he's a good pick.
Yeah. I honestly thought he was a particularly interesting pick into you guys, especially due to that level 4 with so many of the little damage ticks. It was a cool showing. The fact that Johanna didn't get picked in that series was really weird.
I think Johanna's a bit overrated.
You're not wrong.
Joe on Braxis?
Yeah, it was Joe and Braxis. I believe that was
Yeah.
That was that TTO? Yeah.
That was TTO, yeah.
So, speaking of Braxis, let's move on to there. What did you think about the... Oh, if you have any...
Yeah. They didn't ban my Kira. I feel disrespected, unappreciated, hurt. Miniken knows how to play. They didn't respect it. They ban so many people except me. And
yeah.
I had to bring out, like, I was just too hurt. I had to win.
Yeah.
But you had a question that I interrupted.
Yeah. The question was, what did you think about the Medivh this time? As in, like, just the jumping through the portals and all of that nonsense.
Well, one time, Medivh got me real good. Bot side, bouncing back and forth as Tychus. My short range, I just couldn't get to him quicker than he could bounce back and forth and completely stalled. He was at like 1 health for like 20 seconds, just couldn't get to him. So I think he did real good on that. And I think they made some good plays on the engages with the Nubrak engage timed well with the portal behind. But I think it was a little bit too predictable because they were almost spamming it. Which I think it made almost easier to play around because we didn't get baited into bad situations necessarily.
Yeah.
But good portal. I'm sorry. Good. What's the shield? The force of something.
Force of will. Yeah.
Force of will. Yeah. Good force of will too. I saw that getting placed down a lot.
Shilligan is a god tier Medivh player. He played his character very well, but I don't think. I think. Right, when you have such a good pick like that, you bring it out even when the map's not perfect. And I think we were able to play around it. Right, we got our own special pick with Flyest Raven on the Zeratul, and so our top lane was kind of ungankable. And our 4-man just had to last long enough for the scaling to happen.
Oh yeah,
that was our goal. Just stay alive, stay alive, stay alive.
So
and we, of course,
I actually have 2 comments to make about that I think kudos to both Flyest Raven and Alpharek for how they played that one. So, Alpharek, real talk, do you think you ever used Odin outside of Zerg waves?
No, I think I used it once outside of the Zerg wave, but I was primarily just saving it for extra Zerg clear.
Yeah. Like, I think it got used once post-20 to kill their core. And even then, it was used during a Zerg phase.
Yep, it was on their core once, and I think it was bot lane I used it once as well. But
yeah, but definitely good on you for holding that, making sure that none of those Zerg waves got any value. Like, it was good usage of your ult. Beyond that,
character with the most wave clear.
Yeah. Oh no. And beyond that, well played on the side of Flyest Raven for just slowly starving Jaeger down. Like the soak and the priority you guys built in terms of wave clearer gave you some 4v5 opportunities that you really made good use of.
Yeah.
Beyond that, oh man, the All Track Pass 1. I don't know if you played this map this season yet. Let me check just a second.
Think one. We were gonna play it against. I think
I'm gonna
maybe
look it
someone
up
else,
here at
but-
the stats, so just give me a second. Season 14 maps. No, you haven't brought it out yet. So
Yeah.
this is your big map pick now, I see. Or at least I'm guessing it's something you've been working on because it looked really polished. Yeah.
Osmith, it's the fact that you think we've worked on anything or any map at all.
It looks polished, but I'm yeah. I know you guys.
We just play enough Storm League, okay?
You play enough Storm
Final-
League, and you take my rank points from me.
The true story is
Yeah.
Final will just do whatever he wants, and we've learned to just learn how to 4v5 really well because of that.
I mean, let's be honest. Your
Final will be
Flyest,
like, I'm not showing up to team.
Flyest was getting in on the action too. Like they were both chipping forts out, and Final Stand held 4 of them up at one point using clones while you guys were taking that first boss.
Oh
like,
yeah, that's the exact
Absolutely mad.
plays we like. And Samuro is such a toxic character because if you don't answer him, he gets your keep.
Yeah.
And if you answer him, you can't do as much as he can. He can just run away, go to another keep. It's like you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. The true answer is just to win a 5v4. But if you don't get a 5v4, it's over.
Yeah. Although, one other thing. One more question. How much did TTO have to push for the May pick?
0.
0 at all?
Everyone was telling him May. Yeah.
Really?
Final actually tried to tell him to go ETC, but TTO hasn't practiced ETC in like
Yeah.
I don't know how many years.
I don't know anybody who has practiced ETC. Couldn't be me.
Right. I think you play ETC, right? And
I play
think you
ETC,
saw
and Virtuoso does.
Final play it last week.
Yeah.
He played it on Curse Hollow.
Offlane, yeah.
So
Yeah.
he played it at main tank.
Oh, really? Huh.
Yeah, it was the game that wasn't casted by you.
Oh, yeah.
I
forget all the details. There's just too many games.
Yeah, I'm sure you see every single one of them. Yeah,
I try.
Follow with Final main
Yeah.
tank. But Final
Pretty cool.
Final understands ETC, and he's like, yeah, no, this tank's fine. And it's really good into Garrosh, of course.
It's
also-
really
it was-
good at stopping engages.
Yeah.
Beyond that,
we were
though-
considering picking it there, but TTO didn't play it enough, and we wanted the May for the anti-hammer. And
Oh, yeah.
also, it's pretty decent into Garrosh as well.
It definitely seemed to me like you guys knew that J-Lu was going to be doing the side lane split push with Hammer.
Yep.
Just from minute 1, you guys were making sure that wasn't going to happen. Which is pretty cool to see.
Yeah.
Anyways, this is the whole phase where I've run out of questions. So, do you have any shoutouts that aren't me or aren't either of the teams that we're playing?
Hey, I got a great one. I'd like to shout out my girlfriend. She's in the other room cheering me on.
Heck yeah. Sav, do you got any?
Well, I'll shout out specifically Miniken for not respect banning me. I will find him and I will cure. The thing was I was gonna pick the Brightwing so that they wouldn't ban Kira and I'd actually get to play it. But that meant I didn't get to pick Kira. And so Final Stand was like, you're not playing Kira, you're playing Cassia. He was like, I'm in control here. I have he was like, I don't want to heal your Kira. You're too aggressive. Yeah, I have to go into melee range with Brightwing. I don't want to do that shit. So he made an executive decision of, I don't want to heal Kira. You're playing Cassia. And I was like, no.
And hey, it
And,
worked out. His Zeratil's
It
really
worked
good.
out. It worked out. Zeratul was very good. And it's
Yeah.
good that we didn't have a character that must commit to every fight. But I was...
Especially not how the
Had I
fights were
been
going.
had I been in control myself, I'd have 100% picked Kira.
Yeah.
Kira looks juicy there.
Final word on my part. Congratulations on the macro-oriented win.
Hey,
I
hate
really
macro.
enjoyed to see it. Yes, I know you too. You were along for the ride while they were doing big push powers all over the enemy. Anyways, I think I'm gonna go to sleep.
Yep. Thank you so much for the cast.
Definitely.
And by the way,
Also-
I'm lying. I'm going to go and proceed after a 15-minute Bratwurst break. I'm going to proceed to replay cast the Running Wild game.
Of course you are.
I must watch Running Wild play. It's always fun too, you know?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Running Wild. I got a lot of friends on that team.
Yeah.
Me too. They're a great bunch.
Vert is fun, especially when he breaks out the White Van Imperius. That's been one of my favorite things to cast for so far. But yeah. See you around.
Yep. See you around. Thanks for the
And
cast.
best of luck.
Have a good one.
Alright. I'm gonna stop the stream here. I'll be back sometime in the next 15 minutes. So, see you around.